We can think of this as dividing two complex numbers, and I want to divide these two complex numbers and write the answer or the quotient in the form a plus bi. To do so, I'm going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator so that the denominator becomes a real number. Let's see what happens. I have 3 minus I over 1 plus 2i. What is the conjugate of the denominator? It's 1 minus 2i. Then I must multiply the numerator by the same thing, which is 1 minus 2i. Now let's see what happens as we multiply. You can think of this as a binomial times a binomial, so you can use that FOIL order for multiplying if you'd like. 3 times 1 is 3. The product of the outside terms, that's minus 6i. Product of the inside terms, that is minus 1i or minus I. And then last times last plus 2i squared. All over. Let's see what happens in the denominator. 1 times 1 is 1. Outside product minus 2i. Inside product plus 2i. And then last times last minus 4i squared. Let's now simplify. I have 3. That's minus 7i. And let's see what happens here. Remember, I squared is negative 1, so I have 2 times negative 1, and 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. I'll write minus 2. Here I have 1. These terms, they subtract out, and I have negative 4 times. Remember, this is negative 1. Negative 4 times negative 1, that's a positive 4. So let's continue simplifying, and we have 3 minus 2, that is 1 minus 7i all over 5. If I want to write it in the form a plus bi, or a minus bi in this case, I would write it as 1 over 5 minus 7 over 5i. That's in the form a plus or minus, in this case minus bi. And I have divided, the quotient is a complex number.